biggest desire to have this Christmas?
I want to be happy lah, with all my friends, my children.
Christmas. What do you want for Christmas? Every year, when November ends, songs of a jolly red-robed man bringing cheer to the world play over the speakers. And sometimes, songs of a baby boy bringing joy to the world can be heard too. And if you listen very, very carefully, you may even hear the angels sing. The 5-foot walks are covered in tracks of hurried people. The pitter-patter of children's feet and trolleys pacing up and down, in and out of glittered snow-sprayed stores. It is truly the most wonderful time of the year. Families gather around the turkey, the pine tree, the piano, the gifts. On the eve, different homes light up with boisterous laughter, tears of joy, reminiscing silence and thanksgiving prayers. Home. It is more than a house, a bed, a place, and a memory. Finding home takes us on a journey far and wide.
Last Christmas celebration
With your wife?
with my wife.
The last one?
Oh, no, there was no celebration. Last one, she was hospitalized, Tongshin there.
So when did you meet your wife?
I meet my wife in Malacca. We were from the countryside that time. Malacca countryside at that time.
What was she like?
Oh, nice woman.
Describe.
Very, very good cook. She's a very good cook.
What do you miss about Christmas?
I miss her because we always celebrate her together with my children.
What did she cook for Christmas last time?
Christmas, normally Christmas we don't cook. If my wife is here, we go out with my children also. They like to come around. But only for a few years only. She passed away in 1991. There was no Christmas celebration. That time she was weak. Exactly 1 month she stayed there. 1 month. She died at 9 p.m. 9 p.m.
And most times, memories help us find our way home to a place or time where we are loved and remembered. Some memories are fresh, some distant. We store them in our albums, wallets, lockets, on the refrigerator, and more importantly, in our hearts.
What are you looking forward to this Christmas here?
Going to church.
Going to church?
I know they'll
Which church?
our church.
Glad tidings.
Yeah, glad tidings.
I know there'll be like a special thing. You know, there's always like a special thing on Christmas, and also the food.
Yeah, the food, right?
That's good. No, as in the food in glad tidings.
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah.
What is your fondest memory growing up as maybe like a kid celebrating Christmas? What was your fondest memory?
I think my little sister, like she used to get so excited that the excitement rubbed on all of us. Because, and also there used to be like a big play at the church I used to go before. So it would be like a cantata, like they used to have a play, and then they talk about how to come to Jesus, like different storylines of how people came to Jesus, and then they also sing like in the middle of acting. And then it used to be this big show like for 3 days. So we used to go to that often. Yeah.
I know this is your second Christmas, but do you think that is a tradition that you have already started to form?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, like we know, like each of our friends, we all know that we need to meet on Christmas. Like
Yeah.
whatever happens, we have to meet. So yeah, to just celebrate.
It's been definitely a joy, a lot of joy. I think I'm just learning to be a better father every day. Yeah, Yeah, slowly learning what it means to be a dad.
Like he says, it's just been a joy lah, that we've been looking forward to him for quite a long time. And when he finally came, it's really God's promises coming to pass. We've been married for some years, and naturally we wanted to start a family, right? But it wasn't as easy as expected. And we did go to see the doctor and to do some tests to make sure that everything was okay physically. We did, and everything was okay, praise the Lord. And yet still, we were not able to conceive at that point of time. Yeah. But the beautiful part about it was, like, even from the beginning of it, we had so many people just randomly coming up to us and telling us that we'll be carrying a child, that the promise of this child will come true, holding on to all these promises. And it wasn't easy. There were bad times as well, and times of brokenness, but there was also times of reassurance as well. It was a bit of disappointment of the promises being made, and yet I have not seen it come to pass. Perhaps it's lack of patience on my side, you know, and learning the meaning of now in God's term doesn't mean this second, this minute, this day, and to have that lesson of waiting patiently upon the Lord, and to seek Him as the giver and not to seek the gifts alone. So that was one of those points that we learned the lesson of really trusting God no matter what, whether or not the gift comes or not, whether the promise comes or not, in our time, in the time that we think it will come, we choose to trust God. We choose to trust in His character, in which He is of unfailing love, and He is faithful, and that He is good.
And along the way, you know, there were definitely people who supported us, and it was definitely a learning process for me as well, understanding what God meant by now and later.
Well, last Christmas was when we first had news of His coming, and so that Christmas was really joyful, and obviously it was in the first trimester, and it was a lot of prayer to pray that He'll be whole, that He'll be as beautiful as He is now, and that anticipation. And this Christmas is really a testimony of how God really answers, how God really answered our prayers. You know, that He is whole physically, He is beautiful, He is everything that we have prayed Him to be.
Home is the first time you wake up to the love of your life. It's the first time you hear that little cooing baby of your legacy. It's the smell of banana cake baking at 175 degrees. It's a simple, warm hug. Christmas is a story about home, and it all began with someone leaving one. Jesus left His home in heaven to be born in a manger so that we can find home. So, what do you want for Christmas? I want to be home.